Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today, as in the previous Sunday, I'm going to do a quick recap of my performance in the current tournament. As you may not, maybe you don't know if you haven't been following, but I'm currently participating in EGCTV's Empires at War tournament, and this is the first tournament in Age of Empires 4 played with the Empires Wars game mode. Group stage, I already covered this back in the previous video, right? I managed to win my group, and this weekend I've played the first two rounds of the playoffs, right? Against Slash and Nanotan. I managed to win both of my series, right? So now I'm already in the semifinals against the winner between B and RMT, which I'm recording this before this is played. When you see this, this will probably be already finished. Uh, really close one, I think. I think this is going to be a really interesting one. Anyways, let's quickly go into the games. Uh, just to see how the games went in case you're interested. All of the games I think were rather fast, most of them. I don't think there were too many Imperial Age games, if I remember correctly. But let's see. So Delhi Mirror in Canal. And Delhi is a really popular ship here. Essentially, there are two styles with Dome of Faith and Tower of Victory. But that doesn't matter that much. The most important thing is, I think, winning the water and having a somewhat reasonable control of the sacred sites, right? So we both go Tower of Victory. Some other players prefer Tower of Victory. Some other players prefer Dome of Faith. Tower of Victory is, I mean, it's really good if you get to the late game, which is something rather common in Canal. This 20% extra attack speed in hand carriers is amazing, right? So that's a bit the reasoning behind Tower of Victory. Dome of Faith gives you a slightly stronger early game, but nothing too crazy, right? So I moved my three scholars here in order to produce fishing boats faster. This seems to be back though. What's going on? This shouldn't. This is just wrong. I'm seeing this live, but in theory this should take like 11 seconds and stuff like that. So maybe I need to ungarrison my scholars or something along those lines. Anyways, he decided to not try to defend the water, right? So he gave it away, which I think was a big mistake. Yeah, this back, I'm just noticing now that I watch, I have to be really careful. Apparently, you need to, if you garrison the scholars before the upgrade finishes or something, they are not working, right? Okay. So anyways, he doesn't really fight for the water, which was a bit surprising to me because I think this economy and the control of this area is really important, right? So now my economy is just better than my opponent's, right? Um, I also can be really annoying here with the Hulk. I should rush here. Not sure if I lost some time here. So I go now, but this goes up. So the upgrades to capture secret sites have finished now. Do you see this? Like I am garrison 3 and then put one inside, and now it's actually working. Okay, that's good to know. So now we start trying to capture sites, right? Since I have my scholars in the dock, it's a shorter distance for me to the sites as opposed to him moving them from his base, right? Without map control, it's really risky to move out with scholars, right? Because we both have a ball of gassy riders that can kill them rather quickly, right? So I'm making some spears, obviously quite good against horsemen, right? He stood into pure gassy rider. But yeah, my economy is way better here, right? Because of the water control. So I have one site already. I kill one scholar. This one, I should kill the scholar instead of, yeah. I think I managed to save my scholar, right? Now it's uh, one side against one, against zero. But he's lost a few scholars, right? So everything adds up. He gets a decent connection there, but doesn't really kill, right? Whereas I do. And keep in mind, again, I have 11 fishing boats. He doesn't. My economy is just too strong here, right? At some point, he runs out of food under the TC, and then he's in big trouble. because the second he moves in the map, I can, of course, just attack, right? I have a spearman in the mix, he doesn't, so he cannot really fight. So yeah, I'm two sides getting a third one. Uh, water economy, and the game's looking really hard for him. I decide to age up now, get some knights, right? Why not? He's getting this food. I could try to prevent this. In fact, I'm going to, right, to a certain extent. And the second I age up, he like looks to fight, right? I don't think I will fight without knights unless I see very clearly that I can win the engage. This one's a bit annoying. Also could start this upgrade, right? Uh, okay, I'm doing that now. I'm just seeing a few here. I'm still too far ahead, right? I believe. Getting to relics, still two sides. He lost a lot of archers here. Yeah. So that was the first game of the tournament. No, Lash has improved a lot recently, so I was a bit worried about this series overall. Like I watched his stream often, right, and I saw he was having close games against players like Demu, Recon. So yeah, was a bit. I knew it wouldn't be it would be challenging. So then another mirror here. This game I think his build order wasn't as smooth, right? Like for instance, I start immediately to build houses here in Dark Age, right? So by the time I age up, I can just put the pit mine, right? Whereas he doesn't really do that. He opens with spear, but this spear don't accomplish too much, right? So already a bit of a build order win by me, or just a better build order, right? In terms of upgrades, I start with the wood one. Um, sure, why not? Ideally, I take all of them, I think. Making cows, so not really getting the. Okay, now I get it. So in terms of cows, quite even. Maybe he's even slightly ahead there. He never got wheelbarrow, right? Well, he's now getting his first two upgrades. So I clean a bit of his units, and he's going fast castle. This will prove to be a mistake because I'm investing a lot into feudal age units, and I'm going to idle a lot his economy, kill a few villagers, so on and so forth, right? So if you, of course, if your opponent doesn't uh, move out of their base, then this is great, right? Because you get the Grand Fulani and your economy booms quite hard. But now he's forced into a lot of walls. He's already losing villagers, idle time. I think a very unpleasant spot overall, right? I should have gone to the gold, I think. See, more idle time. Now maybe I kill the pit mine, or even if I dive, he doesn't have wood, so he cannot really make production. And even if he builds sofas, I have enough donsos, right? So he stopped in 15 cows. I went up to 18. Never try to avoid this at all costs. Like, don't have a like I cannot build my landmark now, even if I had the resources because of the corpse. This can be really annoying in some spots. Yeah, like now I want to age up, but I have to finish this, right? It's still 118. So I kill one pit mine, I dive in, I guess I kill a few more villagers. Plus, of course, 30 villagers idle, right? 3 kills. So at this point, I think the game is already mm, close to over. I age up now. See, you have to be careful with your wood economy as Mali. Like, he's floating food, and that's despite having a lot of units queued, right? Mali, I feel like it's kind of hard to balance your economy properly. Even I'm slightly too heavy on food, I think. So yeah, this fight, good for me, right? Overall, um, I'm still denying the second pit mine, trading more or less, quite efficiently, right? Now I can spam like Musafadi, maybe Donso, I guess, Sofa. But yeah, really, really hard spot for him. Really hard to recover at this point. I think he tries for a bit, right? Like making towers and so on. And he killed 7 villagers, which is fine. But I just think I was too far ahead, right? And double the army value. Mm, 10 villages ahead and soon to be close to 20, I think. No. And even if the keep goes up, I can still destroy the entire base, I think. So yeah, GG. Just think from the beginning my build order was stronger here. And then the third game, Kawasan. Um, he picked English, which was it's kind of common, a common pick. Like I think Mista has popularized English in Kawasan. So essentially the idea is like you ignore water and you put so much pressure in land that you eventually kill your opponent, even if they have water economy and you don't, because you start trading very early into the game with longbowmen, Minotaur, and so on. So even if their economy is better, they are trading really poorly, and you eventually win, right? But I had thought that maybe I could just um, go Bargrave and essentially win against this strategy. This was my theory, right? So I just went for it, as we will see. He opens wheelbarrow. I go for double dogs. He does go for one dog. Some other players completely ignore water. But then again, his plan was never to go into very heavy into fishing, I think. But just, yeah, contest the water. So this dog doesn't finish, which was kind of lucky for him. I think he still got it in the end. But way later, right? And at the cost of another villager, possibly. Now he loses the Hulk, and now this is already a very hard game for him. My economy is better, both because of the chapel and the food income. And he cannot really pressure me in land, I don't think. I go into a few men at arms in feudal age even, just to peel away his units from my base, right? I keep trading very positively for me here, as we can see in the numbers, right? So at this point again, I feel like he's in a very hard spot. He's gonna try to walk across the map, but with until he has a few more units, I can deal with this with like 3 men at arms, right? So I wall a bit here, and I guess here as well to defend the gold, right? So he doesn't really have a way to touch my economy. I'm surprised I'm not walling here. Maybe even here. So eventually I win the water here. So he now has to really commit in land. And since my economy is way better than his, I just decide to go for the Bargrave, right? Don't have a single deco upgrade. Simply because my economy is already way better than my opponent's, right? With the 10 fishing boats on the chapel. So no need to be over greedy here. He kills one there, but yeah, now I'm castle 8. I'm making tons of men at arms with a much stronger economy. I have the movement speed and +1 range already. So yeah, at this point he's in a really, really hard spot, right? He tries to fight here, but not. He was expecting knights, right? So he was massing spears on walling relic. So he didn't see the Bargrave at all, right? He was expecting me playing knights plus Rhaenys Cathedral, which is a valid option, but I just felt the Bargrave was just too strong here. Now with +2 range, this is essentially over, right? I think he tries to get white tower to maybe defend, but my economy is just too good. Like even if I don't kill him now, like even if I didn't kill any villager here, my economy is way too strong, right? I can still get the relics even if I don't have the Rhaenys Cathedral and just continue playing, right? So yeah, this was my series against Slash. Think my I think my approach was better in general in the games. The first two mirrors, and then this one, I think I think it's a good matchup for HRE. So that was the run of 16, and then just a couple hours ago I finished run of 8 against Sanotan. So let's quickly take a look at that. This was a long game actually. Yeah, I think I mentioned earlier that there weren't any long games, but this one was actually quite into Imperial. So I go for a very, I guess you can say, greedy approach here with triple TC. But I've noticed in Empire Wars it's kind of hard to punish these things. So I still get enough gold for wheelbarrow and then very heavy on wood and stone and just enough villagers in food to have non-stop production. I could go even down to 4, but I feel like 5 is fine too. In case I want to make like couple lombos to be annoying or something, if I leave 5 instead of 4, I can afford those things, right? So 1 TC, and then the other one here, I guess. Yeah. In general, when I play this grid, I want to be really compact, so I'm not going to place like 1 TC here, completely isolated from the rest, right? The build is already grid enough that you can skip deer and so on, right? So I think I found quite a good amount of sheep this game. I lost one scout, by the way, which I didn't show. Meanwhile, my opponent is also playing very economy focused, right? Uh, Cow boom, no eco upgrades, which is surprising, but maybe not that surprising. He just wants really fast castle age for the um, landmark, right? Which is also a way of booming. He goes up to 15 as well. Okay, no, he's gonna go up to 18. So now here I wall. He made one jab thrower, so I just make like couple lombos to kill it. I wall here because I want to eat this deer, and since he's playing this greedy, I know as long as the jab throwers cannot get inside, I can just eat this deer, right? I still have a few sheep. But yeah. I also want to age up rather quickly, right? I didn't want to suddenly get flooded with so fast before you get white tower. That can be really problematic, but that wasn't my opponent's plan. He just wanted to get relics really quickly and go up to Imperial, right? He didn't care about me going triple TC. You may argue that I can go King's Palace in this situation when my opponent isn't playing aggressive, but I think I prefer the White Tower in this spot. I can make already enough villagers, and this is very valuable. Not only it defends my economy, but also I can make units out of it, right? I will make can make knights later. I can make men at arms, whatever. So splitting few Lomo men to guard the relics, right? Since I saw he was just rushing relics and not making units and so on. I should pay a bit more attention here. Not sure if like this. This should be 2 kills. So if they don't die, it's actually a mistake from me. And now I see. I mean, I think I see this trader, but in my mind, this was just a misclick or something. Like it didn't actually click that he was going to invest heavy into trade. So I kill one. Okay, I kill both of them in the end. So now yes, yeah, like few jab throwers, but I have knights, right? Which are really good against them. And then I make my own monks. Like my plan here, like if I get 2 relics, I'm already happy. 2 against 3, I think is very playable. English against Malik, considering the eco difference and so on. Now I see this and I was really shocked. Like why is he rushing? Because in my mind, uh, he couldn't afford units in Imperial Age, and this isn't necessarily a boom landmark, but maybe it is. Maybe this is actually amazing. Let's see if he just spams this or what's the idea behind this. He's not using it as far as I can tell, right? Like I don't know if he just wanted to spam this or what was the plan here. Let's keep an eye on these cooldowns. But yeah, I wasn't too worried. Just thought I had to make sure I didn't lose villagers. I can stay in Castle Age for quite a while, right? My economy is better as long as I don't take damage. I thought I should be fine here. So he used it on military production. which is it's surprising. Maybe he felt he needed units really quickly to not die. I would expect him to just spam this, but maybe I'm wrong. Now he kills this one. I already have two relics. I think a third one is possibly no, not yet. So now I see like this most of his army there, so I just put some pressure. But yeah, this trade I should be more careful here. Like, this is a lot of trade that is kind of unprotected, right? So I dive a bit his base, put pressure here. Meanwhile, try to get the relics. I kill a monk here. Knights are good against sofas, like not amazing, but they trade fine, right? And these are better than sofa still, so yeah. So 60 gold per trader, right? Yeah, I would expect him to just spam this. Meanwhile, back here, just farming, right? Mm, yeah, I don't know. Maybe my farm should be more around the white tower, or just maybe I should be walling here, I think, or maybe even here, something like along those lines. Just secure all these resources, the wood lines. I mean, this is a bit too conservative, considering I'm the one pressuring right now, right? I know he cannot be here. So in hindsight, I think I prefer walling like this, or like this, and make a full wall. Yeah. But yeah, my economy here, not that better. Like it's better, but not that amazing, right? Now these are elite sofas, but I felt that it was still fine for me trading more or less. In my mind, my economy was way better, but yeah, I wasn't. Again, yeah, I was a bit too careless with the trade. I didn't know it was this heavy on traders. Also, yeah, I need towers everywhere just to see and to have the network, which hopefully it's upgraded. Yes, it is. So now I know what's going on. But these sofas are quite strong, even though he doesn't have that many upgrades. Neither do I, actually. I should get these too. But yeah, fill this with towers so he cannot trade, right? And make sure I don't lose too many villagers. Yeah, see, this is why I really would like to have a full wall by now. Because these sofas can just run in and they will get kills, right? So far it was 24 to 0. And let's see how many kills he gets in the end. And that's the fourth relic, which I managed to steal, by the way. So yeah, this run by it's already 18 villagers. Uh, I mean, it's not the end of the world when I have 3 disease and 120, but yeah, this shouldn't happen. So now he switches to the other market. Yeah, 27 already, 28, 30, right? And he didn't have a single one before the raid, so yeah. Army value very close, really close. But his economy seems a bit like my income is better, right? Not that better actually. Not that better. Like slightly, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not that far away from aging up now. I can put a version like here, or here, something like that, right? And yeah, exactly. But hopefully, it should be a full wall. So yeah, he's yeah. Okay, now I prevent this trade from Berkshire. Yeah, reasonable spot, right? And I'm still walling a bit. I think in theory, like perfect play, I think I need a full stone wall around my base. or like couple keeps here or something like that. I should make sure I don't get any eco damage. Yeah, this was kind of unprotected, right? So at this point, I was a bit scared. He has double the army value, by the way. Like at this point, I had the feeling I wasn't trading good at all. I didn't know to what extent. Like I didn't know the trade was this bad now, but I knew he just had trade, right? So I was a bit worried at this point in the game. Now looking at the replay, I think I'm in a very good spot, but these rates are doing a lot, like too much. I have this sag rate and also the gold one, right? So my income should be insane in the next few minutes. Tithe bar's also about to finish, right? Everything adds up. So close to 5,000 against 3 point something, right? Um, but his army value is like if he gets to 200 supply, I think his army is too strong for me to deal with. And he will trade just way too good for me to like. Right now the plan is I'm 200, so let's fight. Let's keep trading, keep his army small, and eventually overrun him with my better income, right? But if it gets to a point where he gets maxed, I think his army just destroys my army so hard that I cannot really win the game. Or I would need to switch into hand cannoneers, mass keeps everywhere, and stuff like that, right? So at this point, I was hesitant. Do I go for it or do I just stay back? Mm, Fighting without this buff is really bad. I kind of have it in a few units, right? So it doesn't have university upgrades, or at least not the sofa one. Now, the trade, you could say it's even, or maybe he maybe traded slightly better than me. I'm not sure. But the point is that I keep his army small, right? And I can remax kind of easily with my income. So at this point, I think he's in a really rough spot. As long as yeah, yes, as long as I attack when I remax and I don't sleep or something. And also, yeah, the rates are really annoying. But now, yeah, I cut off all his Musafadi gunners without the cavalry, right? At this point, it's, yeah, I think, really hard for him. The trade is gone. I have still a few towers, right, controlling the map. Um, he's killing again a few villagers, but I still have 120, right? So, not the biggest of deals. So, as long as I clean these sofas and like as long as I don't go below, let's say 100, I'm in a very good spot. He killed the tower, right? So I don't have the buff. A bit careless by me this game. I think I needed way more. Maybe in keeps, right? Not just towers, but maybe in keeps. And now I should transition into hand cannoneers. My economy is way too good. I have too much of a bank to keep remaxing in longbow and spear, right? But yeah, now 100 supply. GG. Some points it was scary. I think he played this one really well, especially with the raids and so on. And I need to. Yeah, at the end I was making towers there. I need to secure a bit better my economy. I think that's something that I can improve. Now, Kawasan. This is kind of funny. Before the series started, I wanted to veto China and Abbasid. But then we got into the draft, and for some reason, I clicked Ottomans instead of Abbasid. So I was suddenly playing against a ship that I really didn't want to play against in this map in particular. So I thought maybe still it would, like the usual thing would work, like double dog and try to fight the pawns. But it didn't work out. Like he just, as Abbasid, your dogs are half the price, right? So you can just make a few and he goes with culture wing, right? So he can get cheaper emplacements in the docks, and it's really hard to fight the water as we will see. My control wasn't the best here though, so I opened with one galley per pond, which in hindsight is a mistake. I think it's so obvious that he's going to go for arrow slits. Like I should know the second I see two dogs in its pond, I should know that I cannot win this. I tried for a bit. My micro wasn't that good here. Um, but he doesn't have fish. He doesn't have fishing boats, right? So my income is actually slightly better, at least by now, right? He's investing a lot into arrow slits, docks, attacking boats, right? Not necessarily into economy. I don't quite get the connection here with the demo ships. So now I'm making fishing boats here, which is really, I wasn't even looking, I guess. That was so bad. So at this point, I thought I was dead. I thought the game was over. Because I knew I was losing both pawns, and there's usually no comeback from that, right? So I started to think, what can I do? And I just said, let's go Bargrave, right? Let's put more in gold so I age up quicker. A blacksmith rather soon, I would guess. Or let's just put a Bargrave in the middle of the map and hope for the best. I'm curious, when did he see it? Well, let's go into his camera because I think he didn't see it uh, fast enough. He's still investing into this, which is a mistake, right? I think he's already won the water, so he shouldn't be making. He should just be spamming fishing boats, I think. So he sees it immediately, right? But does he? Like the scout saw it, but did he actually realize? Is there a chance he did not? Um, right. I would expect him to just go mass camel archer if he did, but instead he's not. He's just he's even wearing a relic, right? So I'm not sure if it's already clicked on him what's going on here. Maybe it is because he's moving his villagers out of the base. So maybe he did actually expect it. Okay. So he just didn't want to go into camel archers. Okay. He he was confident that he could age up and make enough crossbowmen. Now, the good thing about the proxy bargrave is not only the shorter distance, but also there's lots of food here, right? Which eventually I will run out of food. I had a lot of sheep though, so I could go on for a while, but yeah, this was, I feel like, my only chance left in the game. I have +1 range, which is more than enough. And this upgrade is also very important. Ideally, I have both already, but this is fine. I should be making a better job scouting here. Let's see where are my scouts. Like, I kind of knew he would send villagers in the map, right? So this scout should be more active looking for precisely this, right? So, yeah, he has a lot of economy, but all his villagers are idle, right? And dying. So income-wise, I would assume I'm better here. Barely. No, he has 4 archery rangers, right? So I need to stay on top of them with a few men at arms. Like my goal now is to play in such a way that he can never get 8, 10 crossbowmen together, right? So I need to camp them, the archery rangers, so they die immediately. If he gets a yeah 8, 10 plus crossbowmen ball, then I'm in trouble. Even another archery range. So yeah, the reinforce should stay here. So far, I'm making a good job killing them, right? But also, I should also be finding these things because he sent them out so early. It's harder, right, to realize. Like if you see them moving out, then you know he has villagers in the map. But he did this very early, which was a very good move, I think. So always a few minute arms on top of the archery ranges, right? This crossbowman should be target. Okay. Yeah, you still have a few villagers here. I've moved to deer, so this doesn't expire as quickly. A few berries, more berries, right? Just so I can sustain this for long enough. So yeah, at this point, uh, I find this, I keep him out of there, so he's now gathering wood. But he's gonna run out of gold, right? And like he needs food and gold to make crossbowmen, but they are just dying without really doing anything. I wonder if you can make like a panic wall and have the archery ranges inside when you see this. So that way the crossbowmen spawn in a safe spot, right? Maybe that could have saved him. Always the men at arms are on the archery ranges, and eventually the reinforcements can look for villagers and GG. I think yeah, it was my only hope to kill him with a Bargrave. Like also, once you lose both pawns in this map, it's really hard, right? And then the last game was really unusual, I think. What happened, as you'll see here in a moment. I picked Mongols here. Delhi is very strong here. I'm not sure which is stronger. Just felt that I had played Delhi in every single game in this map. So if he had anything prepared, it would be against Delhi. So I said, nah, since I don't really care between Delhi and Mongols, I said, let's go Mongols. So I put three villagers to get a dock in the middle. He opens with a Rax and goes for a. I think he wanted to go for an aggressive dock, but once he sees my villagers, he changes his mind and places it here. Right now we start kind of fighting. I see the spear. I wasn't expecting a spearman at all. So, but still, I said, let's finish the dock and get out of here. I think this should be good for me. This villager will eventually die. And dock, like when the docks are like this, and I'm Mongols and I can get arrow slits, I think it's very good for me, right? So I kill a villager, it's already good. I have one fishing boat. So now I thought I have arrow slits. I will have arrow slits here. This dock is not finishing, so I just send a galley and leave it here on its game, right? So I put the rally point, but see what happens with this galley. It cannot cross. It cannot go between both docks. So maybe I needed to be a bit more precise with the rally point or something, but it simply cannot get to the other side. Uses a few spears there. But eventually he manages to get a villager there and he gets the dog, right? And then he's still in the game. I still think I'm in a good spot, but yeah. If I managed to prevent this dog, I think it was really hard for him. So he's already walling the sides, right? Was this? Yeah, it was. It's Dome of Faith, right? So he 30 seconds to get the Sanctity upgrade, so he's already moving scholars towards the corners, right? Which I mean, he expects to have walled by the time they get there, right? But I start sending some units to the corners just to prevent this kind of play from being played. So I find both scholars immediately. I think this one dies. Yeah, right now. I even kill the spear, right? So the wall cannot go up. In the meantime, I made a light junk, and he's kind of surrendering the water, right? Like he's not making anything. I've also managed to deny both sides. This scholar is going to die as well. This one he will capture, but I'm fine with this. I'm 14 economic units ahead already, right? I mean, this trader is not ideal. Oh, this was not fully walled. I didn't see this. If I saw this, I would have killed this, of course. So I've lost two scholars. I've killed two scholars, the knight, couple sides. So at this point, I think the game is looking very good for me. Not sure what's the point with this dock. I think that's just a misclick or something from me. So now he's aging up. Not sure. Not sure why. I mean, I guess to just to spam keeps, but I think in theory, if I'm a bit faster here and I'm diving his base now, I think it's probably game. I was a bit too slow. I think I also got scared. Huh? Okay, he had already gathered the stone enough to make the keep, right? So yeah, it was a missed opportunity by me, but still, I think I'm quite far ahead, right? It's still zero sacred size for him. I should really be guarding the relics a bit better. This is a mistake from me. In particular, this one. I mean, I'm kind of here, right? But I still think I would like to have like couple spears patrolling it. And this stone, I should also be denying. So he killed a villager with some riders, right? I'm now trading towards the north market. Egypt is not far away, so in my mind I was in a great spot right now. I should perhaps probably have like wheelbarrow or stuff like that, right? So I kill a few more villagers here. It's 9 already during the game, right? These two relics here, yeah. Go for the slate, right? It's starting to be annoying, right? Why not? And now my plan, my goal in this game is just contain him inside his base. I know he's running out of food, so my plan is like make towers here, deny these two food sources. Basically, never allow him to go out. He gets quite a few knights at some point, which is a bit scary. He managed to reroll this, which was also annoying. Like right now, I think he makes all the good moves, but he's just really far behind. So his food income is already not good, right? But he manages to still get out. I think I just prefer him to keep here, right? Secure the foot. I think if he goes for the stone, he's thinking. I think here he's thinking too long term. Like he needs to secure foot now, right? Not more stone. I guess the plan is secure this, get stone, secure this, but that's too optimistic, I think. Because again, he's struggling a lot. Like he cannot really keep up with villager production, right? Like he's is he gathering food at all? I don't think so, right? I think this is probably going down to zero in a moment here. Yeah. So now he doesn't have food. I'm aging up to Imperial. I thought in this spot Kanagate would be amazing, the units from there. And also, of course, Bombards, right? To kill the keeps. I guess I could have gone into traps as well, but I don't know. I felt this move was stronger. That's mostly because of the free units here. And of course, if I get the super trebuchet from here, it's very strong. I think when as soon as I age up, he calls it. Mm, yeah, So I'm very happy with my performance so far in the tournament. I think I still haven't lost a single map. But I feel like the next weekend is going to be really hard. Then again, going into the tournament, I've told to myself that at least top four, that's already a good result. So by being semi-finals, I'm already at least top four, so I'm happy with that. But of course, uh, let's try and win the whole thing, right? It will be hard. It's a best of seven against the winner between B and RMT, which I don't know who it is yet. So definitely rough games, but let's hope for the best. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye bye.